There's a sound every student knows too well, the deep silence before an exam begins. The air feels heavier, the heart beats louder, and in that silence, you can almost hear your thought racing. This is the pressure room. Yes, you heard me right. This is the pressure room when fear meets faith, when anxiety meets preparation, and where your character, not your textbook, take the test first. Welcome to Life Mode and Reality podcast. So the title of this episode 1 is The Pressure Room, turning anxiety into focus. This is Exam in Progress series, and I'm your host, Mr. Ajiro, and today we're talking about turning that heavy exam pressure into pure, sharp focus. Let's start here. Pressure isn't the enemy. Pressure isn't the enemy. Pressure is proof that what you're doing matters. If you didn't care, you wouldn't feel it. If your dream didn't have weight, your shoulders wouldn't feel it. So don't hate the pressure. Learn to manage it. How do I describe pressure? Pressure is like fire. Uncontrolled, it burns. Managed, it forged. That's how pressure is. When students tell me, Mr. Joe, I'm so scared, I'm so scared I'll fail, I'll tell them, good. That means you care enough to want to win. Because if you don't care, you won't even come to me to say you're scared. So it means you care enough to want to win. But caring is not enough. That's why I have the problem. You must channel that care into focus. You have to channel it. You see, panic is energy. Worry is energy. And if you can redirect that same energy into calm actions, you turn anxiety into strength. Are you hearing me? If you can redirect that same energy into calm action, you can turn anxiety into strength. Let's get practical. Your brain performs best when it's calm but alert. When you panic, the brain releases cortisol, right? The stress hormone. That's what it means. Apologies, I'm not pronouncing it well. I'm not a biology teacher or something, right? That's Mr. Yada's lane and all the biology teachers around the world, right? So it releases that blocks your memory. So know that. So anytime you panic, the brain releases that cortisol that blocks your memory, right? That's why you suddenly forget what you studied because of panic. I'm here to be practical with you. I'm here to help you, right? So before you open your exam paper, before you read the instructions and proceed to the questions, pause. Take one deep breath in for like 4 seconds. Hold it for 2 seconds and then exhale for 6 seconds. Do that 3 times. It's not just breathing, it's control. You're telling your brain, I'm safe, I'm ready, I'm in charge. The most powerful student in the exam hall aren't always the most brightest or the most brilliant. They are the ones who have mastered the art of calmness. Panic is a lot of things in the exam hall. It makes you unsettled. You see a question and you get off the edge. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can't think clearly in chaos. And I want you to know that because this is exam in progress. And one of the reasons why I decided to bring up this series in this podcast is because I want you to know what you did before proceeding to that exam. So you can't think clearly in chaos. So choose peace, even if your hands are shaking. Because once your mind is ready, your memory becomes your ally again. Once your mind is steady, is ready, is steady, your memory becomes your ally again. It is important for you to know that pressure is a signal, not a sentence. Put it down. Pressure is a signal, not a sentence. When you feel your heart racing, your heart is racing. When your hands are sweaty, that's energy. That's your body preparing for performance. It's saying you're about to do something important. Instead of letting that energy become fear, make it fuel. Make it fuel. You do that by preparation. When you walk into that exam hall, knowing you've done your best, pressure can't defeat you. It will push you. There's a quote I tell some of my students, and most times it's when it's heading towards the exam hall or especially the theoretical papers. I tell them, confidence doesn't come from knowing you will pass. No, I'm going to. No, no, no. I'm going to pass. No, 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 no. That's not how confidence comes. It doesn't come from knowing you're going to pass. It comes from knowing you're prepared. And once you're prepared, nothing can stop you. You've studied. You've revised. You've practiced. Now it's time to trust that work. Trust that you've studied, you've revised, you've practiced. Pressure only breaks those who doubt their process. Pressure only breaks those who doubt their process. If you've done the work, believe in it. Yeah. If you've done the work, believe in it. It's story time. Let me tell you a story. A quick one, just a quick one. Promise it's going to be short. So, a student once came to me in tears before the ICT theory exam. Right? I think that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, yeah. She said, "Sir, I think I'm going to fail. Every time I sit for a paper, my hands shake," because she was writing the May June 2022. Yeah, 2022, 2023. So yeah, 2023. So that was 2 years ago. As of the time of this recording, 2 years ago, yeah. 2023. And it was time for ICT, right? 12. Variant 12. The second variant of paper one. She said, "Every time I sit for a paper, my hand shakes." I asked her, "What's your name?" It was funny because I knew her name, but I asked her, "What's your name?" 'Cause I wanted to hear. She was surprised. "Yeah, please tell me." So she probably, in her mind, she just went along with it. She said, "Faith. Sir, my name is Faith." I smiled and said, "Then start living your name." She laughed a little, nervous laugh. We sat down and I told her something I'll tell you now. You don't need to eliminate fear. You just need to walk through it. Do you hear me? You don't need to eliminate fear. You just need to walk through it. Look at what the Christian Bible says. It said, "Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death." Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Wait a minute. Even though you walk, so you are afraid. I know, but walk in it. So you don't need to eliminate fear. You just need to walk through it. That day, Faith walked into the exam hall, still shaking, but she remembered to breathe. She remembered her process. She focused on one question at a time. When the result came out, she got an A, which is an 8, right? And this was a student who practically I had to brush through from the ground up. The practical was a war, the theory was a war, because she was homeschooled all through. And it was time to go for the exam. And the mom called me that Faye wants to speak with you. Just a quick one. Not because she was perfect, but because she refused to panic. Not because. Not because. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to act despite it. Let's do an exercise together, right? Imagine the exam paper is in front of you. Let's do it together. Imagine the exam paper is in front of you. You see the first question, you freeze. Don't panic. Don't rush. Here's what you do. You look at the question and you're like, don't panic, don't rush. This is what you do. I'm going to tell you what you do right now. Read it twice. Let your brain catch up. Read it twice. Underline the keywords. Know exactly what's being asked. Start with what you know. Never waste time trying to remember what won't come. Start with what you know. Mark question for later. You're in control, not the paper. I want you to know that you're the one in control, not the paper. And keep telling yourself, I'm not here to prove I'm perfect. I'm here to show my progress. I'm not here to prove I'm perfect. I'm here to show my progress. Because progress is what the season is really about. Exams are temporary, but the habits you build in this room last forever. This is the test of patience. This is the test of faith. This is the test of focus. This is the test of endurance. The very quality that defines success long after school. Sometimes, when I think about exams, I realize it's not really about the paper. It's about who we become in the process. When we refine ourselves during the process, we become gold. But gold has to go through refining processes. So it is about who we become in the process. The late night, the discipline, the resilience, the tears that no one saw, they all built something in you. When you walk in that exam hall tomorrow, or next tomorrow, or the day after, or the day after that, you are not just a student sitting for a test. You are a fighter walking into destiny. The destiny always begins in silence, in the pressure room. So the next time your heart beats fast, smile and whisper to yourself, this is the sound of me becoming stronger. And you've heard me talk about so many things right here in this podcast. And that's what I'm here to do. Because every exam is a pressure room. And I'm here to turn that anxiety into focus. Turn it into focus. And thank you, really, for listening to Life More Than Reality. And this was the episode 1 of Exam in Progress. If this message moved you, take a moment tonight to breathe, reflect, and believe again. You're not behind. You're not lost. You are in progress. I'm going to say it again. You're not behind. You're not lost. You are in progress. And progress is powerful. So, join me in the next episode. And the next episode, I'm going to tell you the next episode right now. We're talking about study like a warrior. Systems over stress. I cannot wait to talk about it. Study like a warrior. I mean, some of my students have had to push them to study like as if they're going for battle. Most of the time, they don't like it. They don't like it, right? If I could see the expression of most of my students, they just want to strangle me because I put them to a lot of work, right? I give them a lot of things to do. I give them a lot of homework. I give them a lot of tasks. I give them. It's like they're going to fight a battle, and they're like, "Oh God, Gerald, it's enough," right? So it's a very important episode. I can't wait for you guys to listen to it. System, study like a warrior. System over stress, and we'll break down the habits and strategies of top students who win exam not by chance but by system. Until then, stay calm, stay sharp. Your pressure is your proof. and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.